All right, strap in, everyone. Today, we're going deep, really
Yeah.
deep into the world of higher density beings.
We're talking fourth, fifth, sixth density.
Exactly, and how they might be interacting with us, like right here, right now, in our little third density world.
You know, you gave me some fascinating excerpts from The Law of One to look at for
Oh,
this.
yeah. Yeah.
Let me tell you, it's a rabbit hole.
A deep one, for
Yeah,
sure.
deep and
I'm
twisty.
ready to get lost.
Well, hold on. Before we even think about alien encounters and cosmic conspiracies, we
I
got to make sure we're all on the same page, you know?
Absolutely.
So, the Law of One,
Okay.
it describes reality in octaves.
Octaves like music.
Kind of, yeah. But these octaves, they each have 7 densities.
Seven density.
And right now, we're in the third density, focused on self-awareness, making choices.
Okay.
Higher densities, well, that's where things get really interesting.
Like, how interesting.
Imagine greater spiritual evolution, understanding beyond anything we can really grasp right now.
So, like, leveling up in a video game.
Exactly, you got it. Each density, it's like vibrating at a different frequency, facing different challenges.
And I guess as we move up, things change.
Big time, yeah. Like the veil between the conscious and unconscious mind, it starts to thin out, leading to greater wisdom, even expanded abilities.
Hold on. Are you saying, like, as we evolve, we could gain powers we can only dream of now? Telepathy, maybe?
It's certainly within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, wild.
But the real power-up, the real game changer, it's the expansion of consciousness, understanding ourselves and the universe way deeper than we do now.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal.
Now, speaking of powerful beings.
Yeah, let's talk about Rack.
Okay, so in these sources, Ra is described as a 6th density social memory complex.
6th density, whoa.
Right. And not just one being, but a collective consciousness, beings way beyond us.
It's like a hive mind almost.
Kind of, yeah, but think evolved, highly evolved.
I'm trying.
And they claim, get this, they claim to have visited Earth thousands of years ago, interacted with ancient civilizations.
Wait, so they're saying they were involved with, like, the pyramids and ancient Egypt?
The Law of One material presents it as fact, but of course it's up to each person to decide what resonates with them.
Right. Right?
But what's really fascinating is their stated purpose for visiting Earth.
Okay. What was it?
They wanted to help humanity understand the Law of One.
The Law of One.
Yeah, it's a universal principle based on love, unity, that kind of thing.
Sounds altruistic enough.
It does, but you know, we've heard tons of stories about aliens interfering with human affairs throughout history.
Yeah, for better or worse.
Exactly, and even Ra, they admit their direct intervention didn't always go as planned.
Like, for example.
Well, take the Atlanteans. They shared advanced technology with them, but according to the sources, it got misused, led to their downfall.
So even with good intentions, things can go wrong.
It happens even for highly evolved beings.
That's a sobering thought.
It is. But here's the thing. Ra might not be the only player in this cosmic game.
Oh, who else is out there?
Well, the sources mention a Confederation of Planets. They're all about service to others, like a galactic United Nations, maybe, guiding those on the path of spiritual growth.
Okay, that sounds hopeful.
It does, but there's a twist.
There's always a twist.
Always. There's this opposing force, the Orion group. Their focus is totally different. It's service to self.
Service to self.
Power and control. That's their game.
So like the good guys, the bad guys, and us stuck in the middle of a cosmic tug of war.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Intense.
It is, but it also means we have a choice. We get to decide which influence we align with.
So how do we avoid being manipulated by those negative forces? Do we need like a psychic shield or something?
The best shield. Awareness. Realizing that not every thought or emotion is actually ours.
That's deep.
It is. Question those assumptions, especially the ones that lead to fear, to separation, you know.
Okay.
Connect with your inner wisdom, your intuition. That's your true guide.
Like an internal compass.
Exactly. You got to learn to use it.
So with all these higher density beings out there, are there any who choose to, like, live among us?
Now, that's where things get really interesting. That's where the wanderers come in.
Wanderers?
Yeah, beings from higher densities who choose to incarnate on Earth.
To do what?
To help us evolve, to guide us through this crazy thing we call life.
Wait, so some of us, we might be these wanderers, undercover agents from higher realms.
Not exactly agents, more like volunteers, I guess you could say.
Volunteers.
They experience the veil of forgetting, just like us, no memory of their origins or mission.
That seems tough.
It is, but they're drawn to, you know, spirituality. The bigger questions often feel like they don't quite belong.
So that feeling of being different Could that be a sign?
Maybe, but remember, whether you're a wanderer or not, we all have a role to play.
In this evolution of consciousness thing.
Exactly. We can all choose love, unity, service to others.
We can all try to be a little bit better, a little more aware.
Absolutely. That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's a pretty good one, I think.
I think so, too.
So if these wanderers are here to help us evolve, where are we even headed? What's the end game, so to speak?
That's a big question, and one we'll definitely explore further in this deep dive.
Okay, good, because I'm hooked.
But according to the law of one, we're approaching a shift.
A shift?
Yeah, a shift to fourth density.
And that is?
Think of it as a time of intense polarization. Those who choose service to others, they'll transition to a new Earth, one based on harmony, cooperation.
Sounds idyllic.
It does, but those who cling to fear, separation, well, they might repeat the cycle, maybe even move towards a negative fourth density reality.
So like a cosmic sorting hat.
Hmm.
Based on our choices, we end up in different houses or planets or something like that.
It's more about aligning with a frequency. As we evolve our consciousness, it naturally gravitates towards a reality that matches our vibration.
Okay, starting to get it.
Good, good.
So it's not just about being a good person. It's about choosing love, unity, like in every aspect of our lives.
That's the message the sources seem to be sending. It's about conscious evolution. Every thought, every action, it all contributes.
Whoa, so no pressure then.
Well, maybe a little, but hey, that's life, right?
Right, right. But before we get too overwhelmed, maybe we should, like, break down these densities a bit more.
Yeah, good idea.
Give our listeners a better sense of what each level is all about.
I like it. Understanding the characteristics of each density, it can help us understand our own experiences, you know?
Okay, I'm with you. So where should we start?
Let's start with fourth density, the density of love and understanding, where things get really interesting.
All right, fourth density it is. I'm ready to level up.
Let's do it. So fourth density, right? The veil between the conscious and unconscious mind, it starts to thin out, which allows for a deeper understanding of oneself, a much deeper connection with others.
So it's like we become more transparent? Is that what you're saying?
In a way, yeah, to ourselves and to each other.
Whoa, that could lead to some serious honesty.
It could. Imagine a world where deception is pretty much impossible.
No more little white lies.
Nope. Your thoughts, your intentions, they're just out there.
On display.
For everyone to see, yeah. Which leads to a heightened sense of empathy, compassion.
I can see that, but also a little scary, you know?
It is. It is. But think about it. Service to others. It just becomes natural, an expression of who you are.
Okay, I'm trying to picture this world, everyone sensing each other's true intentions.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But, like, terrifying at the same time.
It's a big shift, for sure.
From me to we.
Exactly. From individual desires to the well-being of the collective.
Okay, so competition goes out the window.
Pretty much cooperation, collaboration, those become the driving forces.
I can see how that would be necessary, especially if everyone's thoughts are basically public knowledge.
It would change everything, wouldn't it?
It would, but let's be real, we're nowhere near that here in third density.
True enough.
But are there any hints of those fourth density qualities popping up in our world now?
Think about the growing movements towards mindfulness, compassion, interconnectedness, all that.
Right, right.
Those are reflections of fourth density principles. They're starting to emerge in our reality.
Okay, so it's not just woo-woo stuff, it's actually happening.
It is, and it's not just about inner work either.
But what else is there?
Think about our ability to manipulate energy. Fourth density beings, they have a much greater understanding of that.
Hold on, are we talking superpowers here? Like telekinesis, that kind of thing?
I mean, those abilities are possible, but in fourth density, it's always about service to others, not personal gain.
Right, so using your telekinetic powers to win the lottery.
Exactly. Got to keep it ethical.
But still, the idea that we could develop these abilities, it's mind-blowing.
It is, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay, fair enough. So what about fifth density? What happens when we climb even higher up the spiral?
Fifth density, it's the density of wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah. If fourth density is about mastering love and compassion, fifth is about understanding the why behind it all. Very deep fifth density beings, they see the interconnectedness of everything, the big picture, the cosmic web.
Oh.
They're detached from all the drama and chaos of the lower densities.
Like they're watching a play unfold.
Exactly, observing from a higher perspective.
Sounds peaceful.
It is very peaceful, but then the question becomes, why would they even bother with us down here in third density?
Right. Why not just chill out in their blissful fifth density realm?
Well, think of it like a wise teacher. They see the potential in their students, even when those students are struggling.
Okay, I get that.
Fifth density beings, they have that deep compassion. They see the value in every being, every experience.
So even our mistakes, our fumbles, they have a purpose.
In the grand scheme of things, yes, every step contributes to the evolution of consciousness.
Okay, that's actually kind of comforting.
It is, but now sixth density, that's where things get really mysterious.
Okay, hit me with it. What's going on at that level?
Sixth density, it's unity, pure unity. Individual identities merge back into the oneness.
Whoa, like a drop of water falling back into the ocean.
Exactly. No more sense of self at all.
I can barely wrap my head around that. How can they even interact with us if they don't have individual identities?
It is a paradox, for sure, but according to the law of one, they can choose to manifest in lower densities.
Like, step down their frequency.
Kind of, yeah, as a form of service.
Okay, but why? What's in it for them?
It's not about personal gain at that level. It's about the highest good of all. Maybe inspiring spiritual teachings, guiding individuals towards their potential.
So, like, those figures throughout history, Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, they could have been influenced by sixth density beings.
It's possible they might have been channeling that wisdom, that compassion into the world.
Okay, now that is mind-blowing.
It is, and it means we might be interacting with these incredibly evolved beings without even realizing it.
Both amazing and a little intimidating. How do they even do it? Send us messages. Appear in our dreams.
It's often more subtle than that. They might work through thought forms, energy transfers, synchronicities, that kind of thing.
Wait, thought forms. Energy transfers. You're losing me a little.
Okay, think of thought forms as packets of energy. They carry a specific intention or emotion.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
They can be sent from higher density beings or even from other people to influence us.
So like that nagging voice of self-doubt in my head,
Yeah,
that could be a thought form from some negative entity.
could be, but remember, we can create positive thought forms too.
Oh, that's good.
Every time you send loving thoughts, focus on positive things, you're doing that.
So it's like a psychic battleground.
In a way, yeah, with both positive and negative forces trying to influence us.
So how do we make sure we're on the winning side?
Awareness, intention, those are your weapons. Recognize that not every thought is your own.
Right. Question the ones that lead to fear, doubt, all that.
Exactly, and cultivate that connection with your inner wisdom. Let that guide you.
Like building up our psychic immune system.
I like that, strengthening our defenses.
Okay, what about energy transfers? How do those work?
They can happen in lots of ways: meditation, healing sessions, even through acts of compassion.
Really? Acts of kindness can transfer positive energy.
They can uplift our spirits, even accelerate healing.
That's awesome, but I'm guessing there can be negative transfers too.
Unfortunately, yes, if we're not careful, we can be depleted by negative entities, thought forms that drain our energy.
Like psychic vampires.
Basically, yeah, sucking away our life force.
Okay, that's a bit creepy.
It is. But notice the theme here. It's all about awareness.
Awareness of our thoughts, our emotions, the energy we're putting out and letting in.
You got it. The more aware we are, the more we can choose our influences, shape our reality.
Okay, I'm with you on that. But what about synchronicities? Those seem a little more, well, real.
You mean tangible?
Yeah, tangible. How do they fit into all of this?
Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences, they can be signs from our higher selves, spirit guides, even higher density beings.
Like when you're thinking about someone and then they call you out of the blue.
Exactly. Or when you find a book that perfectly addresses your current problem.
Okay, yeah, I've had those moments.
Those are classic synchronicities. Pay attention to them. They might be messages from the universe,
Guiding us along.
guiding us towards our highest potential. Yeah.
I'm starting to see how this all connects, this invisible web of energy and information and these higher density beings trying to communicate with us, help us evolve.
It's a beautiful picture, isn't it?
It is. But it's up to us to become aware, to make choices that align with love, unity, all that good stuff.
You said it. It's an incredible dance between free will and cosmic guidance.
So free will plays a role even with all these other forces at play.
Absolutely. Always.
This is a lot to take in, but it's fascinating.
It is. It is. And we've just scratched the surface.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But before we go too much further, I want to circle back to the Wanderers.
Okay.
You mentioned they choose to come here to help us evolve, but what does that look like in practice? How do they do it?
Well, remember, they experience the veil of forgetting. just like everyone else.
Right, right.
So they don't have this conscious memory of their origins, their mission.
So they're like undercover agents for good, but they don't even know it.
It's a tough gig.
It sounds like it. How do they even know what to do?
Well, as they go through life, they often feel this sense of not belonging, like they're different somehow.
Like they're from another planet.
In a way, yeah, they might be drawn to spirituality and metaphysics, feel a deep connection to nature, that kind of thing.
So those feelings, those longings for something more, those could be signs.
They could be, but it's important to remember that whether we identify as a wanderer or not, we all have a role to play.
In this evolution of consciousness thing.
Exactly. We can all choose to align with those higher principles, be beacons of light,
Okay, I like that.
radiate positive energy into the world.
That's a beautiful message, but let's be real. It's not always easy to stay positive, focus on spiritual growth when there's so much negativity around.
It's not, but you're not alone.
What do you mean?
There are countless beings of light, seen and unseen. They're here to support you.
Okay, how do we connect with them?
Connect with your higher self, your intuition. Spend time in nature. Meditate. Be creative.
Those are all good things.
They are, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. This is a challenging journey, but it's also a journey of incredible growth.
Okay, I'm feeling a little more hopeful now.
Good, good.
But there's still so much we haven't covered, like the harvest. I'm dying to know more about that.
Yes, harvest, the culmination of a cycle of evolution, a time of transition and transformation.
Sounds intense.
It is. Think of it like graduation day for a planet and its inhabitants.
Graduation day. I like that analogy.
But I have a feeling this won't be your typical ceremony with caps and gowns.
Probably not. So what can we expect as we approach this cosmic graduation? So this planetary graduation ceremony, this cosmic shift, what's it going to look like? Do we get beamed up to a spaceship, wake up on a different planet?
Not quite. According to the law of one, it's more of an energetic shift. Remember, each density vibrates at a different frequency.
Right. Right.
So as Earth and its inhabitants, as we evolve, we're gradually shifting to a higher vibration, a fourth density reality.
So it's not about physical location. It's about aligning with a different frequency, a different level of consciousness.
Exactly, and it's already happening.
Really?
Yeah, think about the growing awareness of interconnectedness, the rise of spiritual seeking, all that.
Okay, I see that. But what about all the intense stuff happening in the world, the natural disasters, the social unrest, all the turmoil?
Right.
Those don't exactly feel high vibe. Are you saying those are signs of the harvest?
Well, the law of one suggests that as we approach the harvest, there's going to be this intensification of energies, both positive and negative.
Like a cosmic shakeup.
Kind of, yeah, like shaking a snow globe. All the particles get stirred up before they settle into a new pattern.
So we're in the middle of that shakeup right now.
Seems like it.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. But what about the sorting hat aspect? How does that work? Who gets to graduate to fourth density?
It's not about judgment. It's about alignment.
Alignment with what?
With the path of service to others, with love and unity, those who vibrate at that frequency, they'll naturally move toward a fourth density positive reality.
Okay, and those who don't?
Yeah.
Those who are still stuck in fear, separation, all that.
They might end up repeating the cycle on a third density planet, or maybe even move towards a negative fourth density reality.
So it's not about being good or bad. It's about the energy we're putting out, the choices we're making.
Exactly. It's about the frequency we're aligning with.
And we have free will in all this.
Always. We can choose to shift our alignment at any time.
So it's never too late to, change course, start making different choices.
Never too late to start choosing love, unity.
It's an ongoing process, not a one-time exam.
Exactly. Every moment is a chance to realign ourselves with our highest potential.
I like that. It's empowering.
It is. It is. So what about the timing of this harvest? Do we have any idea when it's all going down?
That's what I was wondering.
Well, the law of one, it's pretty vague about specific dates, timelines, all that.
So we're in the cosmic waiting room, but we don't know when our number will be called.
You could say that, but it's not about just sitting around waiting.
What are we supposed to do then?
This is a time for action, for conscious evolution. Focus on your spiritual growth, connect with your inner wisdom, make choices that align with love, unity.
Okay, so it's not about waiting for the world to change. It's about changing ourselves.
You got it. Become the change you want to see.
We have more power than we realize, don't we?
We do. We're not powerless bystanders. We're active participants, co-creators of our reality.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. But how do we apply all of this to our everyday lives? It's easy to get lost in the grand scheme of things.
It's about bringing that energy of love and unity into everything we do, our relationships, our work, our interactions with the world around us.
So not about becoming a monk meditating on a mountaintop.
Not necessarily. It's about integrating those principles into our daily routines.
Okay, so every little act of kindness, every moment of compassion, it all matters.
It all contributes to the positive evolution of consciousness.
I'm starting to get it. It's not about saving the world. It's about shifting our focus from me to we, from fear to love, from separation to unity.
That's the heart of it. And as we make those shifts within ourselves, we're contributing to the transformation of humanity, of the planet.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive. My mind is definitely blown.
In a good way, I hope.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear that.
Any final words of wisdom before we wrap things up?
Remember, you are a powerful being of light, capable of incredible love and transformation. Trust your intuition, follow your heart, make choices that align with your highest purpose.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your insights today. This has been truly enlightening. And to our listener, thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of higher density beings. Remember, the journey of evolution, it's ongoing. We're all in this together.
Keep seeking, keep growing, keep shining your light.
And until next time, keep diving deep.